How you doing, everyone? Greetings and welcome to vlog 5 of Super Shooty Aliens, where I'm trying to write a little game that'll run on the Dragon and Coco color computer. And as far as we got last time I was speaking to you was here. I had aliens on screen in different formations, and I had modified the code in such a way that I could kind of show you all the formations I had by pressing a key. Now, when I was speaking to you, I was saying that code was a little bugged, but it was because of the modifications I had made for the demo version. As it turns out, it wasn't. That bug was in the real code as well. I just hadn't noticed it because I was busy doing a lot of other things, I suppose. But it manifests itself as kind of stoppage of the star field in the background, and then funny, weird stuff happens. You'll see here we've got our player 1 sprite moving through stars. It's working as it should. Once there's a slowdown and a stoppage, what happens is, as he moves through stars, you see the stoppage here, as he moves through stars, there are lines that appear on the sprite itself and sporadic crashes in the code. And it turned out to be a problem with the alien spawning routine that I had. It took me 2 or 3 days to figure it out, but the way I have code structured, Mr. Dave 6309 in his wisdom told me that I should make a main loop with all of my little subroutines kind of running one after the other, and that's what I have going here. Subroutines for everything: timing, player control, background scrolling, alien missile movement, player laser, all kinds of stuff. And we can disable each of the routines and run to see if the bug disappears, and then logically, if the bug has disappeared, the bug lives in the routine that we have just disabled. So I remembered that after a day or two of going through the code here, and I found finally that it was in alien spawn thing where I was having a problem. And what alien spawn thing does is it goes to spawn alien here, and what it does is it checks in the alien table in memory if there's a space to put an alien. If it's not, it exits out. So it does this like a load of times a second, going through the main loop. And it seems that although there was no bugs in the code or anything like that, it seems that trashing this thing all the time when it doesn't need to be introduces problems. So what I decided to do when I couldn't really find any other problem on it other than the fact that I was trashing the bejesus out of it when it didn't need to be trashed, was I made a little variable that I called alien spawner. And every time I put an alien on screen, every time I spawn an alien on screen, I increment this, and we do a little test when we go to this spawn alien thing to see the number of aliens we have on screen. And if the number is 10, then it will spawn no more. It exits out, which effectively means that that code that was causing a problem, well, that doesn't run when there are 10 aliens on screen. So that fixed what was going on. So it was a funny little problem, but anyway, it seems to have fixed it. Took me a few days because I had forgotten about disabling these things. Anyway, these are things that, well, that I forget and come back to me. But that being said, after I had figured that out, the weekend here in town, when I would have been making a video and showing you my progress and whatnot, it was kind of the annual town fair, if you like. It was Saint Maurice, and there was town festivities with a fun fair and drinking and fun and games for all, and I kind of participated in that and didn't do a whole lot of coding. So that's why there was no kind of a vlog last Sunday. But over the last week I've made some progress, quite a bit of progress actually. Let me just tell you, I'll show you one thing that I changed. Do you remember I had diagonal bullets here? It took me about 4 hours to implement them. I decided I was going to get rid of them. So that I have done. This diagonal bullets thing doesn't really serve anything other than, can I do it? Yeah, I managed to do it, but it took way too long, more or less. So diagonal bullets are now gone, and we can only shoot up the way. The other thing I did was I prettied up the aliens. They now look more like aliens, not these ones here. This is the old code, I'll show you in a moment. And I prettied up the aliens. I changed the starfield color back the way it was. So I had changed it to yellow and white. I went back to blue. No, not blue. Yeah, blue and red. And the reason for that was that way we have high contrast on our player bullets, our aliens, and our alien bullets, which I managed to implement as well. I've implemented quite a bit actually, and I've also got it kind of playing like a game now. where waves of aliens randomly appear on screen, and they kind of fly around a bit, disappear, and then a few seconds later a new random wave will appear on screen. So just let me show you how far I've gotten, and that'll be pretty much it for this update. Where are we? We've got our SSS bin here. So I'll bring it up full screen and I'll show you. So we've got our ship on screen. We're back to the old Starfield colour. Here are little aliens. So they're now 3 bytes wide and they are 11 bytes high. So they kind of mirror the size of our player sprite. And they're super shooty aliens. So as you can see, they can shoot up to 50 bullets on screen at a time. When they're finished their little dance configuration, they disappear off screen and a new random wave appears. There's a little bit of slowdown here. That's not actually the case on any other PC. I've just got an old PC here running a lot of stuff with screen capture and whatnot, and it's not really able for it, but you get the idea. There's no actual slowdown. We can shoot, and collision detection has been implemented. See, we can get hit as well, and it just pauses the game for the moment because it's only test code, of course. But we get hit, we pause. So collision detection is there the way it needs to be. We've got collision detection on our ship, we've got collisions going on when we shoot at the aliens and they get hit as well. And I've left this to run for hours with collision detection for the player turned off, so it keeps spawning aliens sporadically on screen, shooting bullets and all the rest. I ran for 8 hours the other day, just running away doing nothing without any crashes, so I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, and that is, for the most part, as far as I've gotten. We've pretty much got a game going here. The other thing that I've managed to do, and I just see if I can show you here, is with, do you remember the Starfield scroll? Oh man, I'm going to keep getting hit here now. I got the Starfield scroll in like I showed you before. I can make it scroll in the other direction now as well. So, the idea for gameplay is this. The game is going to be split into, each level is going to have 4 sub-levels. So it'll be level 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 and 1, 4. Level 1, 1 is what you see here. We're at the bottom of the screen going left and right, shooting aliens. Level 1, 2 will be where our little man comes out of the spaceship disappears and he flies across the screen from the left to the right to find a part, or to find a weapon, a special weapon. Level 1, 3 will be going back to the spaceship, and then level 1, 4 will be destroying the big boss mothership, and that'll be pretty much it. A bit like Donkey Kong in a way, you know, where there's different various levels. And that's what that's going to be. And what I'm going to be working on for next week then is to kind of get the animation for the ship to go over to one side, the little guy to come out, and we'll have, you know, kind of between levels, and also to sort out these alien dances or waveform patterns so they work better and come from the other side when it's level 1, 2 and level 1, 3 and whatever. And I also need to sort out alien bullets so that they'll shoot horizontally and not just down the way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're kind of getting nearer to a main game. There's still a huge amount to be done. We've got sound to do. We've got animations to do. When an alien is hit, he's not just going to disappear. He's going to have a little explosion sequence or whatever. Also, the same thing for our player character on screen and title screens and all that. There's still an awful lot to be done. So the only thing that I have left to do is check out, if you're doing any of this stuff, if you're trying to learn assembly language yourself, check out CocoTown on YouTube, because when I was looking for a random number generator to do alien bullets, I was using the built-in kind of one in the ROM, in the Coco's ROM, and it's slow as be goddamned. And CocoTown, Dave over at CocoTown, he did a nice little series comparing different random number generators for speed and whatnot, and I robbed or pilfered one of his from his demonstration code, and I threw it in, and the thing is running really fast because of it. So thanks very much for that. Check out this channel. Anyway, that is pretty much it for this update. We'll talk to you next week. Until then, have fun and oh man, have fun and take care of yourselves. Here we go. Oh man, oh stop. Yeah, there we go. Yay, we're winning ish.